Welcome back to the Suraj Podcast. In the previous episode, we began the Battle of Kartarpur. And this Kartarpur being not the one located in modern-day Pakistan, but the city founded by Guru Arjan, which is a little north of Jalandhar in Doaba. The Turk forces attacked at night, and they came upon stiff resistance from the Sikhs, led by their main general, Lakhu. So now as day broke, they saw the mass casualties that their forces incurred, and they're in complete shock. So this is where chapter 22 begins. Khalid Khan, their main general, is speaking to the other generals saying, I don't understand. They don't have a large fort. They don't have any river or anything blocking us, separating us from them. We haven't traveled a great distance to fight. Yet we've already lost half of the battalion that we sent in yesterday. And we haven't even put a dent into their troops. How did this happen? Well, now we can't wait any longer. The longer we wait, the worse it'll be for us. So now let's surround the city and entrap them. Khalid Khan now gives the orders to the other generals saying, okay, Qutb Khan, take a force of 10,000 and position yourself on the east side of the city. From that side, press in and attack. Khoja Anwar and Asman Khan, take 10,000 troops and you position yourself on the south side of the city, press in and enter the city from this side. I'll attack from the west side of the city, and I'll kill anybody that comes in my way. And Pandey Khan, you should take the north side of the city and try to enter the city that way. So they spread out their troops. Each side, they positioned 10,000 troops around the city. So as the armies went to position themselves, the battle drums were sounding off. They were all drunk, drinking alcohol, imbued with the spirit of war. All were hoping to kill the Sikhs. They were all shouting battle cries, yelling obscenities, asking, where is the Guru? Why is he hiding? He calls himself a warrior? So in this way, they were yelling these battle cries, and now the battle has started from all sides of Kartarpur. The rifles are blasting, the sounds of horses galloping could be heard. During this, Bidhi Chand saw how the troops were now being scattered and surrounding the city. And he relayed this information to Guru Hargobind, requesting orders. Guru Hargobind then told Bidhi Chand, split our army into 4 divisions. Send Malak Jati to the east side with a force. Send Meher Chand and Amia to the south side. Keep Lakhu and his force on the west side. And Bidhi Chand, you should take a force to the north side of the city. So Bidhi Chand took this information, sent the orders out to the respective generals, who then headed off to those areas with their warriors. So on the side where Khalid Khan was attacking, the east side of the city, the west side of the city, Lakhu was there continuing to put up a stiff resistance. So rifles were being fired, arrows were being shot, some were being struck by spears, some were being cut into pieces by swords, some had their heads cut off, some had their backs cut, some had their hands cut off. Many were just laying there on the ground as if they were sleeping. The armies were now closing the distance on each other as the front lines were now exchanging blows. At this moment, Guru Hargobind got ready for battle. And having gotten dressed in his battle attire, looking so beautiful, with a very thick sword, a very heavy and large shield which he placed on his back. In his quiver, he had these vicious, sharp arrows with gold attached to them, which shine so beautifully. Around his neck, he had a beautiful pearl necklace, and he was holding a very large bow. He had requested to be brought the horse Janpai, which was one of the horses stolen from the Lahore fort by Bidhi Chand. So at this moment, Guru Hargobind mounts the horse, and he's riding within the city. Wherever he saw, whichever side he saw that was being pressed in on, what required the most help, he would then ride to that side. And when he was there, he would shoot arrows from inside the fort. His arrows were hitting countless Turks. He would pull the bow back as far back past his ear and let these powerful arrows shoot. The arrows would hit one person, go into another, go into a third person, come out the fourth person. He was killing many soldiers with his arrows. The Turk forces were now hesitant to press forward as they saw their warriors fall heavy from the arrows and bullets that the Sikhs were letting off. The corpses were piling higher and higher. Some soldiers were even running away in fear, and then they would get beat up by their own soldiers to return back to the battlefield. Khalid Khan, the main general on the west side, was shocked at this resistance. And this is where chapter 22 ends. In the next chapter, we'll head to the south side of Kartarpur, where Khoja Anwar and Osman Khan try to push through and pass the Sikhs to get into the city. And the Sikhs are being led by Meher Chand and Amiya to defend the forces on that side. So that's where we'll pick up next time. But as always, we would like to thank those who have been supporting the podcast through the Mangalachan Patreon page.
शर्म परेगा ते तरेगा गज गज करा जावे गुरु अर्जन साहब